Happy Friday, Delmarva, and hopefully it's your payday. Thanks for joining us on Coast Life. We are your hosts. I'm Paige Marley.
I'm Leah Rizzo, and we want to just kind of dive right in today, talking about, it's sort of a new term, I guess. I feel like I've heard this before, like mentioned online, but people are now kind of officially calling it cricketing.
I love this.
I love this too, because you know when you take and especially the ladies will get this, when you take a pretty shower where, you exfoliate, you shave,
everything.
There's lotion. There's just like everything. You're sparkling.
You do conditioner and deep conditioner.
Yeah,
you know
and then
I mean?
If the sheets are clean, like fresh made sheets, fresh bed, and then you hop in bed and you're all smooth and you rub your little legs together like a cricket.
And we brought it up in the office downstairs, and everyone kind of did this awkward laugh, like, haha, weirdos. And then we all admitted to doing it. Ourself, Maya.
Yes, Maya was like, oh, I love doing that. And apparently, cricketing actually helps you fall asleep faster. Like some people claim that rubbing your feet together like that just
No, we're not scientists, but I did hear that. So everyone always gets mad at me because I sleep with socks on, and it's like, oh, see? Whatever. But I heard that you actually fall asleep faster and you stay asleep if you wear socks, because something about keeping you warm and something about that. I don't know the science behind it, but it makes
cozy.
sense.
Although sometimes I feel like I used to sleep with socks, and it was always like cozy and warm and nice. But then I feel like there was a switch somewhere, and now I just feel like if I can feel something on my feet and I'm like aware that I'm feeling it, I'm like, I can't.
No, that's okay. I get it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but maybe that's the science behind cricketing, is if you're rubbing your feet together, they're getting warmer, you fall asleep faster.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I rub my legs like right when I hop in bed anyway, but I feel like especially on the heels of like pre-shower, clean sheets, cricketing.
And silk sheets, game changer.
Now we're talking.
Now we're talking. So try it tonight.
Yeah, try your luxury sleep.
But I do think a lot of you are going to be like, oh, I do that.
Yeah.
Because that was the reaction in the office.
That's what I'm saying. We're not the weird ones, surprisingly.
Not all the time.
Not all the time. But the holidays are right around the corner, as we know. Like we said yesterday, we're a week away from Thanksgiving.
So excited.
So now we're officially on the second half of that. Very excited for that. Although a lot of people actually try to just avoid family altogether during the holidays. 82% of people.
That's shocking. And I feel like maybe 82% try to avoid a certain family member.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Maybe of your whole family.
Yeah.
I kind of get it. We were talking about this morning, a couple of us, and we were talking about how when you get older, sometimes the holidays just aren't as fun because of the stress. There's so much pressure to get the perfect gift for everyone and spend the same amount of money and then spend the same amount of time with all of your family.
Yeah.
So I kind of understand it. I used to feel that pressure a lot. Now my mom kind of has this open door policy on holidays where it's just, there's going to be food all day, come and go as you please.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how much stress it has taken off of us. Yeah. So maybe try that out, because it's sad if you don't want to see your family because you feel like you have to.
Yeah.
Or you have to, you spent 4 hours with your dad's side, now you have to spend 4 hours with your mom's, or it's not fair and Aunt Betty's going to get mad at you. Right. No one wants that.
No. I think the fighting, the bickering over stuff where really if any time you put yourself in somebody else's shoes where you're like, you know what, this person does have however many kids and they're trying to get everybody all set up for the holidays, like it is stressful. And anything you can do to help relieve some of that stress. I think too the holidays, like they look different in your 20s than they did when you were a kid. And I feel like that's sort of the first big growing up shift is when you're like, oh, the holidays aren't they're not what they used to be. And it's not necessarily that they're not fun anymore, but I know that for my family, as especially some of the older members passed away, our Christmases started to look really different and we did things a really different way. And I remember in my early 20s, I was completely thrown by it because I was I get hype for Christmas, and I was like, wait, this isn't the same, where's the magical feeling? And it just when you're in your 20s and you're single and you're none of the Christmas advertising, it feels like it's aimed at you, and you're like, what, am I not doing it right?
No, you are doing it right. I think too this year, because again, it's one of those things not everyone wants to talk about, because you feel the pressure to be holly and jolly, you feel the pressure to spend money. So try these simple tips from Paige Marley. This is what worked for me the past 2 years. I would say one gift a person. Yep. You don't need to get everyone crazy amounts of gifts. Yeah. That's when you start to feel the pressure of, oh, I got this person 2 gifts, the one quality over quantity. I'd say just if you can't make it to Aunt Betty's, call her and say, I'm sorry. And I'll see you tomorrow.
We were also going to kind of jump into talking about the holiday stress more specifically. I know you said you were going to get to some holiday shopping.
Yes.
I know it's our payday today.
I'm going tomorrow.
So yeah, you're going, do you find holiday shopping fun, stressful, both?
I used to find it really stressful, honestly. And I used to feel like if I spent 20, this isn't just a number, this isn't the exact, but $20 on my mom, let's say I had to spend 20 and I spent 25 on my dad, oh my gosh, I have to make up the $5.
Right.
Because they're gonna know and my mom's gonna feel left out, like something like that. So I used to. But like I said, I made kind of this rule with my fiance and my family where we do one gift a person. We do a Secret Santa, so you're not buying gifts for everybody.
Yeah, that's nice.
And it's just like one nice solid gift and that's it. What about you?
Yeah, I think sort of what you're saying, like quality over quantity. Like I'm not necessarily going to spend the same amount of money on everybody because like the cool thing that I find for somebody might just not cost the same. But I'm like, I think this person will really value that versus somebody else. And like, it's not necessarily a money thing.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I don't like is when people make it a money thing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And I guess I'm fortunate that there's a lot of people in my lives who wouldn't make it a money thing.
Yeah.
So that's always been really nice. And like, for my brother and my sister-in-law, my brother doesn't really care about gifts. He's hard to shop for because of that like you could give him something that I think he'd really like and he'll be like, oh yeah, this is cool. But like, he's never gonna get hype about it. So like, I shop for him through her.
There you go.
Because my sister-in-law does get excited about gifts. So I'm like, as long as I pump her up, then he's happy.
Yeah. You know who's stressed out on holidays probably? I'm just guessing. Moms.
Oh yeah.
Moms, you go. And we're here for you and we support you in your holiday ventures. Could you imagine being a mom on Christmas?
No, that's why my mom was always asleep.
Yeah.
Like, we'd all go downstairs and like, Santa came. And by the end of the morning, she's like, please.
No, shout out to the moms out there. You go.
Yep. But we've got a lot to get to on Coast Life today. Things are going to the dogs with Pet of the Week, dog shows, and we're going to introduce you to OCPD's newest canine. It's Friday, which means TikTok is making us try something new. And the holiday season is officially here. We're celebrating at Winterfest of Lights in Ocean City.
Coast Life is brought to you by BB Healthcare, Coastal Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning, Preston Automotive Group, Shell Brothers, and the Parker Group.
Today on Coast Life, we have two very special guests with us. One a little furrier than the other.
Yeah, I think he's got a couple more legs on him too.
Bigger ears.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's introduce you now to Ocean City's finest. We have Officer Shaw with us today and one of his newest canines. We have Finn with us today. Thank you both so much for being here.
Thank you for having us today. It's a great honor.
Of course. This is so much fun. So Finn is going to be the newest member of Ocean City Police. Can you tell us a little bit about your buddy here?
Sure, this is Finn. He's just over a year old. He comes from the Czech Republic all the way. So he had quite a long journey to get over to here to spend time with us.
Wow, oh my gosh. I have to ask you because I always think, well, a lot of people, I think when they see canines and officers with their dogs, they look cute, they look cuddly. Is this something you always wanted or is this really something that, I mean, of course it's a big responsibility.
It's a great honor. It took some time to get here. It's a lot of commitment, not just at work, but outside of work.
Yeah.
You spend a lot of time with this one here. He's eaten quite a lot of time. The wife and the other dogs have to get used to having him around and all that. But yeah, it's something, different that most people get a chance to work towards, and it's a really good honor.
Yeah, and we know that officers go through quite a bit of training. The canines also go through
Yes,
quite
he
a bit
does.
of training, don't we, Finn?
Yeah, he goes through basically from a very young age. He's already training in the Czech Republic, and then he spent about 12 weeks of training in the state of Pennsylvania, and I was part of that for 6 of them with him at Shallow Creek Kennels.
Oh my gosh, you guys are really together 24/7.
Yes.
That's incredible. So what does the process look like for Finn from now? So I know you said he was in the Czech, he's here now. What are those next steps for him to be fully ready for the canine unit?
We're fully ready. We're certified
great.
nationally already. So what we do is we'll just maintain that certification, do some training on work, help out officers on shift if it's going to traffic stops or other calls, whatnot. But really, we're pretty much there from now.
Yeah, he's got some
Good
commands
boy.
down.
Aw. So what, I know there's also different types of canines, right? So what is his specialty, if you will, or what kind of calls will we be seeing Finn on?
Sure. He's a Belgian Malinois, so what he's trained in is narcotics detection.
Okay.
So he can come out and smell for narcotics that he's trained in. Building searches, tracking if there's someone lost, or even if a criminal runs away, we can do a track to attempt to locate them and whatnot.
Wow, he's a good nose on him.
He's a
Oh,
good
yes,
boy.
he does.
That's incredible. Tell us a little about the canine unit at in Ocean City. How many dogs do you have? We also heard a dog recently retired. So just tell us a little bit about the structure of the unit.
Sure. We have 5 canines that work amongst our 3 shifts. So there's 1 on day work and then 4 on night work between our shifts overall. During that time, there's a PFC Flower and Canine Jappy. They're assigned to our day work. He's our most senior handler. Followed by now Corporal Braniff and Canine Clem. Followed with PFC Road, Canine Smoke, PFC Couts, and Canine Zorro, and then Finn and myself. Our most recent retiree was Corporal McHugh and Canine Rocco. It's actually interesting. Corporal McHugh was my field trainer when I started with the police department.
Wow.
So it was all comes full circle now.
Yeah.
That's really special. Oh my gosh. What does that look like for an animal? How long do they normally work for? Obviously, it's a lot different than the human years.
Yes.
It could depend on their age and health overall. I think Rocco worked for about 8 or 9 years.
Wow.
I think he'll be 10 next month, if I remember correctly. So if health and all that goes well, this one being, he just turned 14 months old yesterday. He has quite a long road ahead of him now.
You got a long career, buddy.
Yes, you do. Yeah, we're not worried about his retirement anytime soon. Is there anything you want people to know watching about what they should do or not do if they see a canine with their officer when you guys are out?
Honestly, it depends. If we're in a ball field, kind of more like on his break where he gets the chance to be a dog, you could watch from a distance and maybe wait till it's an appropriate time to come say hello or whatnot. Some of them aren't as friendly as others.
Sure.
It just all depends on the dog. I can't give direction one way or the other.
Sure.
Just be respectful. Understand that it is a working animal.
Yeah.
Most of them are trained to apprehend people, which can and will cause physical injury, unfortunately. But overall, just be respectful of their space. They are a dog and a wild animal.
Yeah.
So.
He's outing us for how dirty we are.
I know. He's sniffing all the food from TikTok, made me try it.
He's like, I like these girls. They're messy.
Right. Oh my gosh, this is incredible. It just feels like an honor, of course, to have anyone
Yes.
from Ocean City Police here, but especially Finn right now, so early in his career. We can't wait to see what he does, and I know it's been a really special thing for both of you. That's great, of course. Well, thank you both for being here, and thank you for what you do
Thank you
every
for
day.
having us.
Of
Very
course.
much.
Finn, you're going to do great. Can't to see what you do one day. All right, well, thank you guys for sticking with us. Make sure if you see Finn, you just give him a faraway little, hey, respectful wave. You can stay right where you are, though. We'll be right back in just a couple minutes. We are not done yet today talking about dogs.
That's right. Today's show is, we're all about the pooches today.
We are. And we have one of the biggest dog people I know on the couch with us today. We have Madeline Overturf back.
Hi.
Welcome. Thank you. Of course. So, Maddie, you of course have a dog,
Yes.
but you also, who I think could go into a dog show. Maybe.
Maybe. Okay. On looks.
Yeah,
looks alone.
Yes. But you're also a fan of dog shows in general. You were just at one locally here on Delmarva. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yes, so for those who aren't familiar, the Eastern Shore Classic Dog Show was held Saturday and Sunday, November 12th, 13th at the Civic Center in Wicomico County for the Mispillion Kennel Club and the Salisbury, Maryland Kennel Club. So it's, if you've never been to a dog show, a lot of people have seen the movie Best in Show, which is very accurate. But if you've never been to a dog show, they judge dogs based on their temperament, their appearance, their breed standards. So every dog was bred for a specific purpose. Like Dalmatians, which I have, are bred to be carriage dogs. So they look to see, do they have the right length that they could run along the carriage in their legs, and do they have the right snout, things like that. So they examine the dog, they see how they meet breed standards, and they go in their groups, which is like hounds, toys, spaniels, things like that. Not spaniels is not a group. Toys, hounds, sporting, non-sporting, I could go on.
Okay.
And then one from each of those goes to the Best in Show round, and then that's the dog that wins the whole dog show. So in Salisbury, it was a Wire Fox Terrier that won Best in Show. Yeah, and so this sort of a lead into the National Dog Show, which is my pilgrimage every
I was
year.
going to say, yeah, you might be wondering why we have, local news anchors.
Dog show fan.
Right, talking about dog shows, because she is no stranger to them. I love what you just said, though, because I always just thought it was who has the best haircut
I didn't know what they're
Right.
judged by, and I
Right.
think like you and I were talking off the air a little bit about it, that lots of people are dog people, but not everybody is a dog show person, and like this is your event. I love that it's a tradition for you.
Yes, it is. Yeah. So you're going to the National Dog Show yet again this year, where you might see some local dogs.
That's absolutely accurate. So the National Dog Show, many people are familiar with this because it airs on NBC, so on Coast TV, on Thanksgiving Day. It's done it for years and years and years now, but it's filmed actually in Philadelphia the Saturday before Thanksgiving, because obviously it's not a live dog show, because the dog show is like 8 hours long.
Yes.
You only have 2 hours on television, the highlights per se. So it's a really great event. It's really cool to see in person, and the couple dogs that I met in Salisbury are going to the National Dog Show. So I actually have a story with them that's going to air next week, and it's really kind of cool to see what they have to put into to compete, and fingers crossed they bring Delmarva home a trophy.
That's right.
Yes, that's incredible. So we of course can watch the National Dog Show on Thanksgiving Day. When can we expect your stories though about some of these local dogs?
In the days leading up to the National Dog Show, so Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, exactly. But no, and it's a really great event. Like one of my favorite interviews I had at the Salisbury show was the owner said, "This is the only sport that you can have amateurs compete against professionals and anyone can win."
That is true.
And you've seen dogs who have competed one time before, and it's just their owner who's also their handler, their breeder, had this their puppy. And then there's people who own the dog but live states away from the dog, and the dog's been in like 28 shows nationally. So it's a crazy range of experience, but it's all people who love the animals, and there's a lot of families involved too. There's a lot of like young handlers, children, so it's like a family-friendly sport, and it's just happy.
Yeah, I love a happy sport.
The whole world I never knew existed.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I've always just seen it after the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade, and honestly, I actually thought it was live. So
It's not. It would be a long, long day, but you guys are welcome to come. You could handle it, I think.
Okay, I
It's
think
a whole experience, but it's really, really a great time, and it's such a tradition for us here on NBC, which is so great.
So much fun. Well, make sure you keep up with us then here on Coast Life and on Coast TV, especially Coast TV News at 5 and 6.
Yep.
That's probably when you'll see Maddie's story air. So this is going to be really exciting. Thanks for kind of introducing us to this world.
Yes.
Even just having you here today, I learned a lot.
I know, right?
Yeah. Well, next year let's go to the Salisbury one together. Maybe we could do a live Coast Life there.
Okay, so stay tuned
Now
for
we're
next
thinking.
year. Exactly. Well, Maddie, as always, thanks for being here on the couch. We love having you.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Of course. All right, hey, stay. Not stay.
Well, dogs, sit, stay.
Sit, stay. That's what I was thinking. All right, well, stick around. We have more Coast Life heading your way after this.
You're watching Coast Life, and today we have a boy with magical eyes. His name is Roger, and he's not looking right now, but when you see his eyes, you are definitely going to want to take him home. And of course, we have Lee from Humane Animal Partners in Rehoboth. So Lee, tell us about Roger.
Oh yeah, this is my boy Raj. He is about 3 years, 8 months old. He came up from an overcrowded shelter in the south, and he's been in our Rehoboth location for just a week or two. But oh boy, has he stolen my heart. Eyes, temperament, personality, loving, I mean, all of it. He is such a great dog. So he's, like I said, he's been with us for just a couple of weeks. He's been on a couple of outings, has done great out in the community. Bless you. He has met other dogs out, my goodness, excuse us, maybe some seasonal allergies going on. And has done great meeting other dogs out and about, likes to go on walks with his furry friends, and loves every human that he meets as well. So he's just such a sweetheart, as you have experienced this morning as well.
He definitely has a personality. We were talking about car rides, and I guess he didn't get too many because he started groaning. So
Yeah, he wants more car rides for sure. But I will say he did great. He hopped right up and enjoyed putting his face out the window, of course. And he checked on me a few times in the driver's seat, but he was a very good passenger.
Okay, so you said he's good with other dogs. Is he more of the type to play all day, or does he like to play and then go on his way?
Play and go on his way. He has such a calm temperament to him. He is fine interacting, but he also just loves to sniff around and lay in the sun and lean up against his people. He's really doesn't have that go energy that some dogs have, but at almost 4 years old, he's a little bit more mature.
Yes, I could definitely tell. Roger is very calm, cool, and collected. So what kind of family or person do you think would be best for him?
I think, honestly, any family that doesn't necessarily need a go active dog, someone that they just want to chill with. And, his temperament is so calm and so loving to everybody that he meets. I actually think a family that may be interested in doing therapy dog work, he would be a wonderful candidate for that. He loves everybody he meets. He doesn't jump, and it's such a wonderful thing to do with your dog. And of course, the folks that you go and visit that need that extra love from animals appreciate it as well. But I mean, he would sit next to somebody who needs that, a little bit of canine calmness to make them feel better. I think he would be a wonderful dog for that.
All right, so he's an all-in-one deal. So are there any events where you can find Roger besides just coming to the shelter?
Oh gosh, our calendar is packed for the rest of the year. So we are going to be out and about in a lot of different places for meet and greet events where we will have adoptable dogs. Some events will have cats, but mostly it's the dogs that get to go out. And folks can come by and meet the dogs that we have for adoption, complete the application, and come back to the shelter to finalize if we think it's a good match. I can't promise that Roger is going to still be here for all of our December events, but we are getting new animals in weekly. So be sure to check the website and see who we have available, and check the website for our events calendars as well.
I don't think Roger's going to be here long. I can see him being gone right after this segment is over. So again, guys, if you are looking for Roger or just a dog that really brings some excitement to your life, make sure you go to Humane Animal Partners in Rehoboth. He's not going to be here long.
Thanks, Maya. A super cute pooch who, just like you said, won't be there very long. So if you are interested in adopting that pet, you better get on it. But we are heading into the weekend, so maybe you're getting ready to watch some football. Why don't we revisit how the bet went between Paige and Matt Pensick when it came to Penn State versus Maryland? Take a look.
Okay, you guys, you probably remember last week my co-anchor in the mornings, Matt Pensick, and we made a little bet. I'm a Maryland fan, he's a Penn State fan. So Maryland, Penn State, they played over the weekend, and Penn State may have won. So that's okay though, because the bet was if Penn State won, I owed Matt Pensick a crab cake. He didn't specify which kind. I may be a little salty that Maryland lost. Also, I get to work at like 3:30 in the morning, so no crab cake places are open. So Leah, thankfully, she's a great artist. She's making a crab cake. A cake with a crab on it. Okay, there's the cake. The icing, it's spread a little bit.
That's what we'll blame it on, yeah.
You did a great job. So Matt just got off the desk. He just did one of his newscasts. So let's go. Hopefully he's at his work desk now.
Yes.
We're going to go surprise him. All right, let's do it. Hey, so you won the bet, fair and square. Here's your crab cake.
I can't complain because it's literally it's the literal definition. It's a crab on a cake. We did bet a crab cake. We didn't specify what type of cake that would be. So my son would ask every day, "Did you get your crab cake? Did you get your crab cake?" I'm like, "No." And it's like, "But they're doing something tomorrow, but they're not telling me what it is." And then the thought popped in my mind. I wonder if they would put like a little crab on a cupcake or something like that.
We thought we were so unique and creative. Well, enjoy your crab cake. You won fair and square.
All right, thank you so much.
Of course. All right, hey, we want to see a really cool house. It could be your future home.
This week's happy place is located at 19782 Keystone Drive, number 88 in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. This townhome offers 3 spacious bedrooms, each with its own bath. The resident boasts the large gourmet kitchen with granite countertops and stainless steel appliances, a screened porch, and a private open deck off the primary bedroom. So mark your calendars for this weekend's open house on Sunday from 2 to 4 p.m. This week's Happy Place is sponsored by the Parker.
Well, Coast Life, the holiday season is officially here. Maybe you've started your holiday shopping. Maybe you haven't yet because you're still looking for ideas. Well, we want to give you one because maybe experiences are something that you're looking for. And you can't get a better experience than with our friends at Precision Paintball. You know, they have gift cards available. So whether it's maybe the gaming trailer that you want to check out or a full-on game of paintball, they've got all kinds of games for you to check out, which we're going to take a look at right now. Why paintball? How long have you been doing this?
Sure. So I've been playing for about 20 years. So I got into it when I was probably 12 or 13 years old.
And it's a really big space that you have here, and you have more than just paintball, right?
Sure.
Tell me about all the games that you have that not only you can play here, but you will also bring them to parents, parties, that kind of mobile setup.
Exactly. So in 2022, we got into a whole mobile side of our business. The first thing that is a little different, so we'll start there, is our video game trailer. So that was really popular in that it's air conditioned and the kids can hang out for a birthday party. It's also heated, but it's not so much a big deal.
Perfect for a day like this where we're getting a little sweaty.
Exactly. But everything we have today. So we're going to start with our laser tag.
Sure.
All the way over here on the right.
Yep.
This is a really cool system. So this system, as you can tell, it's being soaked in sunshine right now. It loves to run outside, and it plays a lot like a video game. So each of these guns, they have different settings on them. They can be different guns entirely. They can shoot differently. They can do different damage to the opposing players, and the players have health points. We'll demonstrate a little later, but we get into some respawns. So there's actually points you run back to, respawn, and jump back in the game.
Okay, so it really does play like a video game.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a really cool system. And again, it's really popular during the day.
Sure, that's awesome, because a lot of people think, laser tag, darkness, but these work perfectly well in sunshine.
Exactly, these work great.
What's next?
All right, so over here we have our combat archery. Combat archery is really cool in that a lot of people think they know how to shoot a bow, but this is going to put you to the test, and we're going to find out. It plays a lot like dodgeball. So you have these big foam tips on the arrows. So you got hit. It definitely, you feel some impact, but it doesn't hurt. With the bows, we're going to play like dodgeball in that if you get hit, you're eliminated from the game. If you catch the arrow, the shooter is out.
And we've got this colorful game right here.
Sure. So finally, we have Jelly Ball. This is a really neat system. It shoots kind of little water-filled balls at each other and plays very similar to paintball in that if you get hit, you're out.
And it's a little gentler, so maybe the little guys can play more Jelly Ball.
For sure. Yeah. So this definitely, we see 4 to 5-year-olds playing this one.
Okay.
And then it's a good time even into teenagers, but we definitely can accommodate the younger kids with these.
Awesome, and kind of with little kids, but the big kids in mind as well. Parents are going to be concerned about safety.
Sure, absolutely. So everything we do, especially with these, we use a color-coded mask, but this is actually a paintball-rated mask. So we definitely want to go above and beyond the normal safety glasses or anything like that and make sure everybody's safe. When we do the archery, again, we're using a paintball-style mask, and it is rated to stop a paintball, so it keeps your eyes safe. But most importantly, we have someone that comes with all of our events. So we send a referee, we send a game coach to come out and make sure that everyone is staying safe.
And really, anybody can play, from little kids, adults, kids in the middle, people of all abilities.
Absolutely. So paintball's one of those games, or any of these really are those games where, you just have to change your game style a little bit.
Awesome. Well, we have all these incredible games, but of course we are at Precision Paintball. So I've got Paige and Maya with me, and we are gonna play around the paintball.
Today, I'm gonna be taking you through some low impact paintball. So these guns, they do everything a normal paintball gun does, but they hit with about a third of the force. So kids love them. They look like the guns that they're using in video games, but they don't hurt as bad. So they really gravitate towards these and they have a great time with it. So we're gonna split you up into a couple teams and we're gonna see what you got.
Perfect. Can't wait.
All right, Maya and Leah, what do you get when you mix an avocado with sweetened condensed milk? I know.
Soggy avocado?
Good guess.
I just think water ice.
What? Ooh, like an avocado water ice.
I think it actually might be good though.
You're on track. You're on track to what it is. So we learned this trend on TikTok. This is part of our TikTok Made Me Try It segment. So check this out, and then we're gonna see if it's any good.
Filipino snack that seems to be sweeping the nation. Fresh ice, just avocado and condensed milk. My mother's Filipino and she used to eat this all the time. I just like to cut them into like slices. Does it need to be pretty? Like if it doesn't need to be on avocado toast, if you're making guacamole or something like that, just squeeze it out. Condensed milk. I don't know how much of this to pour. Maybe my ice is too big. Here we go. So cold. It is really good. The condensed milk with the avocado. I see what my mom was doing. I could have been doing this the whole time, but my ice is too big. Slushy ice in this would be delicious. It gets better and better as you go.
All right, what do you think? Think it's gonna be good?
I say yes.
Okay.
I mean, TikTok has surprised us multiple times now,
That's
so I'm leaning towards yes. But
I'm thinking too.
I also feel like if it is good, I don't know any answers in life anymore.
That's fair enough. So this is apparently, from what I've read in the comments and things, it's a little bit more of a traditional way to make the snack. The other ways people make it sometimes is blending it, kind of like an avocado ice cream, but we're just gonna try it how it was on TikTok.
All right.
All right.
It's already melted, so I actually think it might taste like ice cream.
Yeah, our ice has been sitting out for a little bit. So first, ice in the bowl. Easy enough. Leah, you want to cut the avocado?
Sure.
Okay.
This has apparently sent lots of people. They've been injured by cutting avocados, so
What?
hopefully, yeah.
Okay.
So are we all just putting this in the?
Yeah, just scoop it in.
It's a little tough.
It's not as ripe as I thought.
Prefer a lot of sweetened condensed milk.
You
Is
said
that
in the
okay?
video there was a drizzle, but now we're.
There's gonna be a lot of sweetened condensed milk. Ooh, yeah. Is that
How do you
too
feel
much?
about it so far?
I could eat sweetened condensed milk with a spoon, so I'm cooling. I think it's
Every
pretty
day
good.
with this one.
She likes the bitter and sour stuff. She even had what was it? Apple cider vinegar?
Oh yeah, I had a little too much apple cider vinegar the other day, but it tasted good.
Well, let's see if you like this one.
Should we just
stir it
go
around,
in?
maybe?
Okay, yeah. Here, you guys do it.
Okay. Oh, it's hard to stir with the ice.
Smells good.
It's all chunky.
It looks delish, honestly.
Does it?
I think so.
Okay.
The things we do for our viewers.
Here we go.
I'm excited.
Oh,
I'm
she's
going
digging in, y'all.
I'm
She's
going in.
excited.
Ah, it's dripping.
All right,
How you
Maya.
feel? Oh, all right.
That's amazing.
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 Oh my god,
Did you
it's
get
so
chunks?
good. Get chunks.
Of the ice? I guess I'm not a crunchy ice girl.
Right?
Right.
No.
It tastes like cereal.
That's amazing. I'm going in for more. That's good. Okay.
I dig it.
I don't hate it.
I'm obsessed with it. I'll finish this.
My first vote was yes, and I like it. I agree.
I like it. Like, would I eat it at a party? Yes. Would I make it myself? Probably not.
I'm making that again.
I would make it myself.
When you bring it, I'll eat it.
Okay, perfect. All right, so this TikTok made me try it. I give it a thumbs up.
We're on what, like our third thumbs up,
Yeah.
I think, for these.
We're
I think
doing
it's pretty good.
Awesome. Okay, if you try out this trend, let us know if you enjoyed it. We have more Coast Life coming your way, so while we eat this, you can just stay where you are. We'll be right back.
Up until now, we've been saying the holiday season is fast approaching, but it is officially here because I am in Ocean City hanging out with Mayor Rick Meehan for the Winterfest of Lights with the tree lighting, which is about to go down. Isn't that right?
It's exciting. It's an exciting time in Ocean City. I think you're right. It really does kick off the holiday season when we turn the switch and all the lights come on up here at Northside Park. It's a very exciting time in Ocean City.
It is very exciting. Now, I know that a lot of people have been coming back year after year for 31 years. Is that
That's right. 31 years we've been doing this.
That's awesome. But there's also been a lot of new friends moving to Ocean City. So what can people expect to see at Winterfest this year?
Well, you know, we come up here at the park and there's over 1 million lights. I think the count is 232. That's the number we're sticking to. But there's lights all over and we've got a lot of displays. We've got a lot of new displays, a lot of interactive displays, you know, for the kids, which they love. And it's the kids that really, their eyes light up when they see all the lights go on up here and they see all the displays. I mean, you watch the kids and that's really what makes this a very special place.
Yes, I mean, I think lights have always have been, and I think they always will be one of my favorite parts of the holiday season. They warm your heart inside and out. Now I know that in years past there's been a tram ride, and then that kind of went away for a little bit. What are people looking at this year?
Well, because of COVID, we went to a walkthrough event, and it was very popular.
Yes.
In fact, that's what everybody really liked. But that's been 4 years now, and some of the people said, well, you know, we'd really like to see the tram come back. So we've kind of modified Winterfest, and we have it both as a walking event, and then there's a modified route for the boardwalk tram as well that makes 3 different stops throughout the entire park. So you can get on, get off, really take time to walk around, take the pictures, and enjoy the displays.
Now I know for a lot of people, sort of the classic Christmas scene is a train under the tree. I know there is a train display nearby, right?
There is. We actually have a train garden. It's at the convention center and the visitor center. It's a huge train setup of holiday trains. You know, a lot of people really associate trains with Christmas. So it's a Christmas garden, and it's beautiful, and it's open every night the same hours as Winterfest, which are Wednesday through Sunday, 5:30 to 9 for the trains, 5:30 to 9:30 for Winterfest.
Yeah, so I know people are going to want to bring the family. What do prices look like?
Prices, hey, it's the best deal. It's $6. Kids 12 and under are free. And on Wednesday night, you can bring your pets.
Nice.
So bring your dog, bring your llama, whatever you have at home, but you can come walk through the park, bring your pets, so the whole family can be here at Winterfest.
Yes, so Winterfest is one of my favorite things to check out, and again, sort of what I would deem the official start of the holiday season here on coastal Delmarva.
It is.
Well, I know you are a busy guy, but do you have a favorite, maybe a Christmas song for you that warms your heart year after year?
Well, you know, White Christmas, but I'm not going to sing, but it really probably is my favorite song, and you know, and I love all the displays up here, the Christmas displays, and the 12 Days of Christmas is probably my favorite. But it's so exciting if you've never been, just to come up, be with the kids, watch them, and everybody just really puts you in the family spirit for Christmas.
Now, I hear a rumor that Santa Claus is going to be in town for some of these days, right?
Yes, it wouldn't be Christmas, or it wouldn't be the Christmas feeling and spirit without Santa Claus. So every night over in the pavilion, Mr. and Mrs. Claus will be there. Yay. So you can get your picture taken with Santa, the whole family, individual, whatever you want. But that, you know, you can't have Christmas without Santa.
True, and the spirit of giving is also something that is very closely associated with the holiday season, and people do have a chance to give back this weekend, right?
They do, and working with the Marine Corps League, what they're going to do, they have a promotion. It's Stuff the Jeep, and there's some Jeeps set up inside the big tent, and if you bring an unwrapped new Christmas toy, or toy of any kind really, that will be your entry fee to Northside Park and to the Winterfest of Lights. So it's a way to give back and also still come up and enjoy the lights with everybody.
Yeah, perfect. Well, we will let you go because, again, I know, very busy guy. But if you need to get your family in the spirit of the holidays, bring them on down to Winterfest. Don't go anywhere, though, because there's more fun coming your way.
Some good news for really everyone this holiday season, whether you're going real far, whether you're staying close to home, Lyft is guaranteeing that you will have a driver and they'll be on time.
Ooh, I like that. Lyft putting some money where their mouth is, right?
Literally, that's exactly it. They are. So basically they're saying if you try to get a Lyft driver and they are 10 minutes late or more, Lyft is going to give you $20.
Oh, hey, all right. That's kind of like the unofficial rule back in school. If the teacher was 10 minutes late, they'd be like, oh, class is canceled.
You can leave, exactly. And then if you can't find a driver, if there's not one available, they'll give you up to $50.
Okay,
yes. So really guaranteeing that they'll have, I think this is something, of course, they just want to make sure everyone's safe for the holidays. But also, you know, Thanksgiving, like we said, it's next week, one of the biggest drinking days of the year. So make sure you use this.
Yeah,
because
utilize the services available.
Yeah, you keep the roads safer, but also you'll get to your Christmas parties on time.
That's
How about that? Yeah, so pretty cool.
Yep.
You know what else is pretty cool?
Football.
It is, especially Sunday night football. And some really great news is you can watch Sunday night football right here on Coast TV, 7 o'clock on Sunday. It is the Vikings and the Broncos. Ooh. So go Kirk Cousins, am I right?
Oh, you are wearing your Vikings color. Well, they're purplish, right? Purple,
they're purple, yeah, no, they are.
Gold.
Although, you know, people...
Ravens are also purple, so
right.
I was like...
No, I get it. People did email me today, though, and they had said, oh, you're a Ravens fan. And I'm like, it's just a purple dress.
I know.
But... Okay.
I love football season.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
I know.
Yeah, but that'll be exciting. So you can watch your football game right there, and then right after that, Coast TV News.
That's right.
Just stay on your couch all Sunday.
That's right. Speaking of Coast TV News, Coast TV News at 5 is going to take things over from here. Have a great